Hey there, hi there, ho there Disney fans, I hope you're well today. I'm Lucy from 37 Disney Street and today we're going to be talking DVC.
Talking about DVC.
Now, if you listen to the podcast, you're probably already aware that Hugh and I have just become DVC members. Well, kind of, nearly. But we'll get onto that later. I'm insanely excited, and like anything, when I've got a shiny new toy, a shiny new object to play with, I'm just talking about it to anyone and everyone who will listen. And so I'm getting very, very used to the question, what the heck is DVC? So what I thought I'd do is a little video just explaining the ins and the outs of it, and what it means, what I can do, why we bought it. Well, that's what I intended to do, and then I sat down and started to plan out what I might say, and I realised there's actually loads of information, and the minute that you talk about one thing, you end up kind of going down to a rabbit hole to something else that makes another question that makes you think about something else. So I think I'm actually going to do a little series of videos explaining what DVC is, how you use it, how much it costs, all that good stuff. Okay, so get prepared for me to geek out, and if you want to geek out with me, you're in the right place. So let's get started.
Talking about DVC.
Okay, so what is DVC? Well, it stands for Disney Vacation Club, and it's Disney's version of a timeshare. You buy into this timeshare by purchasing points attached to a certain hotel, and then you can spend these points on hotel stays across Walt Disney World and several other properties. And that's it. There you go. That was the quick answer, but I know you're not here for the quick answer. You want all the geeky details. So here's the rest of it.
Talking about DVC.
Disney has 15 Disney Vacation Club resorts, 11 of which are in Walt Disney World. Some of them are attached to regular hotels, such as the Contemporary and the Grand Floridian have both got DVC wings, or in the case of the Contemporary, a separate building. And others are just standalone Disney Vacation Club resorts in their own right, such as the new Riviera Resort and Old Key West and Saratoga Springs. DVC rooms are different from normal hotel rooms in that they're designed to be a home away from home. So you tend to have a full kitchen, or in a studio you'd have a kitchenette and tables, chairs, sofas, things that you wouldn't get in a regular hotel room to make it a more prolonged stay. They range from studios right through 1-bedroom villas, 2-bedroom villas, up to 3-bedroom grand villas. And then also you get all the little quirky resorts like the bungalows that you see on the lake as you get the ferry over to Magic Kingdom, and the tree houses that you might see as you go down the boat on the Sassagoula near Saratoga Springs. They're all DVC units, and they've all got full kitchens, living rooms, the works. So when they build these resorts, or in the case of the existing hotels, they might repurpose an existing building or an existing wing, or sometimes just a floor of a hotel, they will value it in terms of points. And this is valued in terms of how many units they've got available for the weeks of the year. So let's say the value, one of the smaller properties might be like 500,000 points. They will then sell these points in packages, let's say of 25 points or 250 points or 1,000 points, to people who would then become members and owners of these properties. So let's say that you bought 200 points at the Grand Floridian, you might then own like a shower head or a bath plug, but you own it. You are a part owner of the Grand Floridian. I was joking, by the way, they don't actually gift you a shower head. That's just relative to the amount that you might own of this place. So that's pretty cool. But you know what? Cool doesn't get you a holiday in Walt Disney World, so what does this mean in real terms? Okay, in real terms, you've got that 200 points at the Grand Floridian. You would get 200 points every year for the length of that contract. And if you've bought in at the beginning when a resort is being built, that is a 50-year contract. So for the upfront cost, you would get 200 points every year. And you can then spend those points on, like I said, stays at Walt Disney World. So let's have a look at what you could get. 200 points could get you 2 weeks in a studio at Old Key West in May, 1 week in a 1-bedroom at the Beach Club in January, 2 nights in a 3-bedroom grand villa with a savannah view at Animal Kingdom Lodge, which has a pool table, by the way, in July, or Christmas Day for 1 night in a Bora Bora bungalow at Polynesian Village Resort. There's clearly a price scale here. There's a big variety of what that might get you, but it's up to you then as a member to sort of use your points to get the vacation, get the holiday that you want. So you're not just tied into those 200 points. You can bank from the previous year, or you can borrow from the next year to pool them. If you don't use some, you can carry them over to the next year, or if they're about to expire, you're also free to rent them out to other people so that they can stay at DVC resorts. So there's a lot of flexibility once you've got those points. I'd really compare it to kind of a game of chess. Once you've got your points, you just move them around, move the blocks around to create the version of DVC that you would like, the way that you would like to use it. Remember though, this is just accommodation. Transport, park tickets, dining, they are all added costs on top. This is just for your actual accommodation as a DVC member. There are other perks to being a DVC member, but I'm going to go through that in my next video when I talk about the difference between direct and resale. So, the big reveal, drum roll please. What did Hugh and I just buy? Well, we bought a 150 point resale contract at Saratoga Springs with a December use year and 32 banked points. What? Okay. I know that's probably thrown up far more questions than I've answered. I mean, what's resale? What's she on about with resale? How can she have banked points already? What does Saratoga Springs matter? Is that the only place she can stay? Well, this is why I wanted to do some extra videos, because there's so many layers to this cheesecake. I just can't get into it right now. So, and yes, I'm going to tell you what it costs. I'll tell you everything, what the upfront costs were, what the management fees are, what the closing costs are. Full transparency, I promise. But for now, I've answered the question, what is DVC? So it's time for me to be getting along. If you like Disney Movie Chat, be sure to check out our fortnightly podcast, 37 Disney Street, in which we review the Disney classics. If you are a fan of Disneyland Paris, be sure to check out our weekly Disneyland Paris news podcast. And also, if you like Disney quizzes and all sorts of other little fun tidbits, keep your eye on our channel. We can be found on YouTube, iTunes, or any other podcast platform that you may prefer. So for now, until the next episode, the difference between resale and direct, I've been Lucy, you've been great. See you later.